Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever reached for something sweet? Maybe a biscuit with your tea, a piece of cake at a family gathering, or a sugary snack late at night, and thought, it's just a little sugar, what harm could it do? For many seniors, sugar feels harmless, it's comforting, it's familiar. It reminds us of celebrations, traditions, and simple pleasures. But what if I told you that the moment sugar enters your body, a chain reaction begins, one that you don't see, you don't feel immediately, but it's happening whether you like it or not? Today, I want to open your eyes to 5 powerful things that happen inside your body every time you consume sugar. The first thing that happens is a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. Your body works very hard to keep everything in balance. But as we age, that system becomes slower and less efficient. When you eat sugar, your blood glucose rises quickly, forcing your body to release insulin to bring it back down. Over time, this repeated spike and crash can strain your system and increase your risk of conditions like type 2 diabetes. And the truth is, many seniors don't even realize this damage is happening until it's too late. The second thing that happens is inflammation silently increases in your body. You may not feel it immediately, but sugar feeds inflammation, and inflammation is the root of many age-related problems: joint pain, heart disease, fatigue, and even cognitive decline. That little spoon of sugar in your tea might seem harmless, but over time, it can fuel a fire inside your body that slowly wears you down. The third thing that happens is a drop in your energy levels. Ironically, the very thing people eat for a quick boost often leaves them feeling more tired. After the sugar rush comes the crash. Seniors often report feeling sluggish, sleepy, or weak, and sugar plays a bigger role in that than most people realize. Instead of steady energy, sugar creates a roller coaster that your body struggles to keep up with. The fourth thing that happens is that it affects your brain and memory. Yes, sugar doesn't just impact your body, it impacts your mind. High sugar intake has been linked to memory problems and reduced cognitive function over time. For seniors, this is especially important. Protecting your brain health is just as important as protecting your heart, and sugar quietly interferes with that. And finally, the fifth thing that happens is increased cravings. Sugar is addictive. The more you eat, the more your body wants. It tricks your brain into craving more sweets, creating a cycle that's hard to break. What starts as an occasional treat can slowly become a daily habit without you even noticing. Now, does this mean you should never enjoy something sweet again? No. Life is meant to be enjoyed, but awareness is power. Understanding what sugar does to your body gives you the ability to make better choices. Imagine choosing foods that give you steady energy instead of crashes. Imagine reducing inflammation and feeling lighter, more active, more in control. Imagine protecting your memory, your independence, and your quality of life. Small changes make a big difference. Reducing sugar, even slightly, can improve how you feel day by day. Your body will thank you, your mind will thank you, and your future self will thank you. So the next time you reach for that sugary snack, pause for just a moment and remember, it's not just about taste. It's about what happens next, because once you eat sugar, these 5 things begin whether you like it or not. Thank you. Blood sugar spikes are one of the most immediate and impactful reactions your body experiences after consuming sugar, and for seniors, this process becomes even more critical to understand. The moment sugar enters your bloodstream, it causes a rapid rise in glucose levels. Your body, always striving to maintain balance, responds by releasing insulin from the pancreas. Insulin acts like a key, helping glucose move from the bloodstream into your cells, where it can be used for energy. While this system works efficiently in younger years, aging can reduce the body's sensitivity to insulin, making it harder to manage these sudden increases in blood sugar. As a result, the spikes become higher, and the crashes that follow become more intense, creating a cycle that places ongoing stress on the body's internal systems. For many seniors, this spike doesn't just stay in the background. It can lead to noticeable symptoms such as dizziness, fatigue, blurred vision, and even irritability. What often feels like a harmless sweet treat can quickly turn into a wave of discomfort as the body struggles to bring glucose levels back down. Over time, repeated spikes can wear down the pancreas, forcing it to work harder and harder to produce enough insulin. This constant demand can eventually lead to insulin resistance, a condition where the body's cells stop responding properly to insulin, leaving glucose trapped in the bloodstream. This is one of the key pathways that can lead to type 2 diabetes, a condition that becomes increasingly common with age and brings with it a host of complications. Beyond the immediate effects, these spikes can also damage blood vessels. High levels of glucose in the bloodstream act almost like a corrosive force, gradually weakening the delicate lining of blood vessels. This damage can restrict proper blood flow, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and circulation problems. For seniors whose cardiovascular systems may already be under strain, this added pressure can significantly increase health risks. It's not just about one moment of indulgence. It's about the cumulative effect of repeated spikes over months and years that slowly erode the body's resilience. Another important aspect is how blood sugar spikes influence energy levels. When glucose surges into the bloodstream, it creates a temporary burst of energy that can feel uplifting at first. However, this is often followed by a rapid drop once insulin does its job. This sudden fall in blood sugar can leave a person feeling drained, shaky, and in need of another quick fix, often leading to more sugar consumption. This cycle of highs and lows can disrupt daily routines, reduce productivity, and make it harder for seniors to maintain a stable and active lifestyle. Instead of providing sustained energy, sugar creates instability that the body must constantly try to correct. Cognitive function is also closely tied to stable blood sugar levels. The brain relies on a steady supply of glucose to function properly, but it performs best when those levels remain consistent. Spikes and crashes can interfere with concentration, memory, and overall mental clarity. Seniors may find themselves feeling more forgetful or mentally foggy after consuming sugary foods, not realizing that these fluctuations are playing a role. Over time, this instability can contribute to more serious cognitive challenges, making it even more important to maintain balanced blood sugar levels. It is also worth noting that the body's ability to recover from these spikes diminishes with age. In younger individuals, the system can often bounce back quickly, but in seniors, the recovery process can be slower and less efficient. This means that blood sugar levels may remain elevated for longer periods, increasing the risk of long-term damage. Even small amounts of sugar, when consumed regularly, can have a larger impact than expected because the body no longer processes it as effectively as it once did. Lifestyle factors can further amplify these effects. Reduced physical activity, changes in metabolism, and the presence of other health conditions can all make it harder for the body to regulate blood sugar. Medications taken for various conditions may also influence how the body responds to glucose, adding another layer of complexity. This makes it even more important for seniors to be mindful of their sugar intake and to understand how their bodies react to it. Awareness of blood sugar spikes empowers individuals to make more informed choices. By recognizing how quickly sugar can disrupt the body's balance, seniors can begin to prioritize foods that release glucose more slowly, supporting steadier energy and better overall health. The goal is not necessarily to eliminate sugar entirely, but to reduce the frequency and intensity of these spikes, allowing the body to function more smoothly and efficiently over time. Hidden inflammation is one of the most silent yet powerful processes that can take place inside the body after consuming sugar, and it is especially important for seniors to understand because it often develops without clear warning signs. Unlike acute inflammation, which you might notice as redness, swelling, or pain after an injury, hidden inflammation operates quietly beneath the surface. When sugar enters the body in excess, it triggers a series of chemical reactions that can activate the immune system, even when there is no infection or injury to fight. This constant low-grade activation creates a state where the body is always on alert, slowly wearing down its own tissues over time. As people age, the body becomes more vulnerable to this kind of internal stress. The immune system, which is meant to protect, can become overactive or less precise, and sugar acts as a fuel that keeps this unnecessary response going. Every time a sugary food or drink is consumed, it can stimulate the release of inflammatory molecules that circulate through the bloodstream. These molecules may begin to affect different parts of the body, from joints and muscles to vital organs. Over time, this ongoing inflammation can contribute to stiffness, aches, and a general feeling of discomfort that many seniors may mistakenly attribute solely to aging. One of the most concerning aspects of hidden inflammation is its connection to chronic diseases. Long-term inflammation has been linked to conditions such as heart disease, arthritis, and even certain metabolic disorders. When inflammation affects the blood vessels, it can lead to the buildup of plaque, narrowing the arteries and increasing the risk of heart-related complications. For seniors whose cardiovascular systems may already be under strain, this added burden can significantly impact overall health and longevity. What makes this particularly dangerous is that it does not happen overnight. It builds slowly, often going unnoticed until more serious symptoms begin to appear. Joint health is another area where hidden inflammation can have a strong impact. Many seniors experience joint pain or stiffness, and while wear and tear over the years plays a role, inflammation can make these issues much worse. Sugar can intensify inflammatory responses in the joints, leading to increased discomfort and reduced mobility. This can make everyday activities more challenging, limiting independence and quality of life. The connection between diet and joint health is often underestimated, but reducing sugar intake can play a meaningful role in easing some of these symptoms. Hidden inflammation also affects energy levels and overall vitality. When the body is constantly dealing with low-grade inflammation, it uses up energy resources that could otherwise be directed toward normal functioning and repair. This can leave seniors feeling fatigued, even if they are getting enough rest. It creates a sense of heaviness or sluggishness that can make it harder to stay active and engaged. Over time, this lack of energy can contribute to a more sedentary lifestyle, which in turn can worsen inflammation, creating a cycle that becomes increasingly difficult to break. The brain is not immune to the effects of hidden inflammation either. Inflammatory chemicals can cross into the brain and influence how it functions, potentially affecting mood, memory, and cognitive clarity. Seniors may notice changes in focus or experience moments of confusion without realizing that inflammation could be playing a role. Maintaining brain health is crucial for preserving independence, and managing inflammation through dietary choices becomes an important part of that effort. Sugar, while enjoyable in the moment, can quietly interfere with this balance. Another important factor is how hidden inflammation can weaken the body's ability to heal. When the immune system is constantly activated by dietary triggers like sugar, it may not respond as effectively when a real threat appears, such as an infection or injury. This can slow down recovery times and make the body more susceptible to illness. For seniors whose immune systems are already undergoing changes, this added challenge can have a noticeable impact on overall well-being. It is also worth considering that hidden inflammation often works in combination with other lifestyle factors. Lack of physical activity, poor sleep, and stress can all contribute to inflammatory responses, and sugar can amplify these effects. This means that even moderate sugar consumption can have a larger impact when combined with other factors that are common in later stages of life. The body becomes less resilient, and the cumulative effect of these influences can accelerate the aging process in subtle but meaningful ways. Understanding hidden inflammation allows seniors to see beyond the immediate pleasure of sugary foods and recognize the long-term effects on their health. By becoming more aware of how sugar influences the body at a deeper level, it becomes easier to make choices that support comfort, mobility, and overall quality of life. Small adjustments in daily habits can help reduce this silent burden, allowing the body to function with greater ease and stability over time.